On today's episode of Behind the Wheel with Chad.
So this is the homemade door panel for the 56 Chevy. And that's the old original one. And you can see why I'm replacing them. I don't know how old this was. This was on the car when I bought it. But as you can see, if you look from the side and you look at the back, they used cardboard as the backing on these panels. That's just what they did. And when they got wet, just from dampness getting into the door, just from rain and snow and whatever, it would get into this cardboard and they would warp really bad. So you can kind of get an idea. And what it did was it gouged the window crank area. As you crank the window, it gouged so bad that it basically ruined the cloth on the panel, and it was just so buckled so bad it just looked terrible. So we went from this to this, and then this is the chrome strip that will go on that middle seam. So we'll see how this turns out. So once I put the chrome strip on, this is the final result. This is the driver's side front door panel, and I just finished up. And again, this is the chrome stripping that I use, and basically on the back it has 3M tape. So, and then on the front, you just peel off that blue peel coat, and you end up with this chrome strip. And it's just a plastic strip that just double tapes on. And these are just your covers that go over top your door panel, and you put your window cranks and your door handle on top of those. So we'll have to see how this fits in the car. Now, this didn't turn out exactly perfect. I mean, this is my first shot at this, and anytime you use, a spray adhesive, there's a couple wrinkles and things like that. So I'm almost half tempted to actually completely remake this. Use this as kind of like a prototype, but it's so much better than what was on the car. I'm kind of thinking I may just go with it. We're not, the car is not perfect. Again, this is a car that we drive a lot in good weather. This is our traveling vehicle at this point for the ice cream runs and the car shows and SRA events and things like that. So we're not shooting for perfection. But so how you go about making this is ABS plastic is what I use. And there's a guy on YouTube who actually does this for a living, and he actually shows videos of how to do this. And then you use this foam backing here, comes in a roll, and you use that and you glue it basically to the ABS plastic. Once you trim the plastic to the correct shape, you use the old one for the template, and then you pick your cloth and your vinyl. This is a marine grade vinyl that's supposed to be pretty resistant to UV rays and sunlight, so that's why I chose that vinyl product. And this cloth is just automotive interior cloth, like seat cloth for for vehicles. I got a couple samples here. I got a sample of each one here so you can kind of get an idea. This is the vinyl, it comes on a roll, and you know they sell it by the yard. And then this is the material, the cloth material. So you know, it's not terribly difficult really when you think about it, but you have to be very careful because it tends to stick to itself and wrinkle pretty easy. So you can see again when you look at that door panel, it's not perfect. It's got a couple wrinkles. They're not terrible, and again, so much better than what it had on the car. I'm still debating about keeping that as the final product for the driver's door or not. So I may put it on and see how it looks and then kind of go from there.